Greetings, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory, aka the Armchair Philosopher. I recently was watching a DVD of the Green Lantern animated series, and there was a character called Saint Walker. Now, Saint Walker is sort of this hermetic, I guess, hermit type of a character, and he's very at zen with himself, and he's sort of stranded, for lack of a better word, on a living planet known as Mogo, who later becomes a Green Lantern. Well, anyway, Saint Walker taught me a lot about, showed me a lot about faith, how faith sort of works. Because there's one point where he talks to, where he has a conversation with this living planet, because the planet talked to him, and the planet said, "Climb the mountain." And as he's climbing the mountain, a Red Lantern force, which were the villains of the story, were coming to the planet. And then the Saint Walker character stops his mission from climbing the mountain, and he tries to see what's going on, and the planet says, "Don't worry about that. You're on another path. Go climb that mountain. That's what I told you to do." And I often think about in our faith, in our religious walk, and I reflect on my own spiritual journey and dealing with God and whatnot. And sometimes we have to walk the path that we're put on, even while other things are going on, even while distractions are going on. We have to walk that path, climb that mountain, so to speak, even as in the case of our lives, other things are going on. We can't be distracted. That's kind of what it showed me, that there's so many distractions in our world. But we've got to stay on the path. We've got to keep climbing that mountain. And this Saint Walker character really reflected that. That here he is about to be distracted, but the planet is saying, "Hey, go climb the mountain." That's all. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to walk your path. You're not to be distracted by what's going on around you. Just like in our world, in this life, there's other things to distract us, whether it's entertainment, whether it's work, whether it's personal adversity. We still need to keep walking the path. Another lesson I gleaned, I guess, from the Saint Walker character in this Green Lantern animated series DVD was the fact that when he gets to the mountaintop, I mean, he gets to the mountaintop, and then there's nothing there. And he's just standing there going, "Did you bring me all this way just so I could have nothing?" And sometimes in our faith, unfortunately, with the aid of Hollywood, as well as just when you read stories in the Quran or even Bible accounts, the prophet is sitting there, and then some guy goes, some voice from on high goes, "I want you to go out and do this." And well, that doesn't happen in our lives. In our lives, we just have to first keep walking the path, and then secondly, we have to wait. And that's sort of what Saint Walker does. He waits at the mountaintop because even when he's like, I don't want to believe you brought me all this way just to give me nothing. So he stands there, and he's just standing there, and he goes, "I don't believe that. I know deep in my heart that you brought me here for a purpose, that I didn't just do all this for nothing." And sure enough, he says, "All will be well." And at that moment, he sees a blue light in the sky, and a blue lantern descends down, and he ultimately becomes a blue lantern, which helps the Green Lanterns fight the Red Lanterns. Again, comic booky fanboy stuff, but I really enjoyed the Saint Walker character, the Blue Lantern. I thought, wow, that's just a really cool lesson about faith and about staying true to your faith even in the midst of distractions, even in the midst of it seems like nothing is there, and that you feel like there's no purpose to what you're doing. But ultimately, I believe there is. And I think it was just a good character to reflect things like faith, like spiritual seeking, like being diligent once you've put your hand to the plow, so to speak. Well, that's just my 2 cents on the situation. Take care and peace.